Nature has created over 8 million species on this planet, but some of them look like they were designed by someone who completely lost the plot. From an antelope with a nose that belongs on an alien to a bird that can disembowel you with a single kick, these are 5 animals so bizarre you will not believe they are real. And number 5 might be the strangest creature walking the earth right now. Deep in the grasslands of Central Asia lives an antelope that looks like it was pulled straight out of a science fiction movie. The Saiga antelope. That enormous drooping nose is not just for show. It actually filters out dust during summer migrations and warms up freezing cold air in winter before it hits their lungs. It is basically a built-in air conditioning and heating system. These animals travel over 1,000 kilometers during seasonal migrations, in herds so large they darken the landscape. And here is the mind-blowing part. A female saiga can give birth to twins, and those calves are up and running within just a few days. But the saiga has faced one of the most devastating mass die-offs in recorded history. In 2015, over 200,000 saiga dropped dead in just 3 weeks from a bacterial infection that went haywire due to unusually warm and humid weather. That is more than 60% of the entire global population, wiped out in days. Thankfully, conservation efforts have brought their numbers back from the brink, but the saiga remains a reminder of how fragile even the toughest species can be. If you ever find yourself walking through the rainforests of Australia or New Guinea and you see this thing coming toward you, do not move. This is the southern cassowary, and it is considered the most dangerous bird on Earth. Standing up to 6 feet tall and weighing as much as 60 kilograms, the cassowary carries a 12-centimeter dagger-like claw on each foot that it uses like a weapon. It can kick with enough force to break bones and slash through skin. That bizarre helmet on its head, called a casque, is made of keratin, the same stuff as your fingernails, and scientists believe it helps them push through dense vegetation. They can also sprint at 50 kilometers per hour and are strong swimmers. But here is what most people do not know. The cassowary is actually one of the most important animals in its ecosystem. It eats over 200 species of fruit and spreads seeds across the forest floor. Some of those seeds will only germinate after passing through a cassowary gut. So yes, it can absolutely end you, but without it, entire rainforest ecosystems would collapse. A beautiful contradiction. On the remote islands of Indonesia lives a pig whose tusks are trying to kill it. This is the Babirusa, sometimes called the deer pig, and once you see those tusks, you will understand why it is one of the strangest mammals alive. Unlike any other pig, its upper canine teeth do not grow out of the mouth. They punch straight up through the top of the snout and curve backwards toward the skull. And if they are not worn down, they can actually grow so long they pierce back into the animal's own skull. Males use these tusks to fight each other for mates, and unlike most pigs, they do not charge head-on. They actually rear up on their hind legs and box, almost like a kangaroo. The lower tusks are the real weapons, while the upper ones act like a shield to protect their face. Babirusas are also surprisingly intelligent, and unlike most pigs, they have a relatively simple stomach, which means they eat more like a primate than a pig. Their diet includes leaves, fruit, fungi, and even small animals they find on the forest floor. With fewer than 10,000 left in the wild, the Babirusa is now vulnerable to extinction, threatened by hunting and habitat loss, which makes this living paradox one of the most important animals to protect. In the dark forests of Madagascar, there is a creature so unsettling that locals believe seeing one is a death omen. This is the eye, and it is actually a primate. Yes, this thing is related to you. That impossibly long skeletal middle finger is its secret weapon. The eye taps on tree bark up to 8 times per second and listens for hollow spots that indicate an insect larva hiding inside. Then it chews a hole through the bark and hooks the grub out with that nightmare finger. Its teeth grow continuously throughout its life, just like a rodent, which is why scientists originally classified it as a rodent and not a primate. Those teeth are strong enough to gnaw through concrete in laboratory tests, making the eye basically a primate that evolved to do the job of a woodpecker. Tragically, the eye is considered an evil spirit in many Malagasy communities and is often killed on sight. Some believe that if an eye points its long finger at you, you are marked for death. This superstition, combined with deforestation, has pushed the eye to the brink. In reality, the eye is a harmless, gentle animal and one of the most unique primates on the planet, a species that exists nowhere else on Earth. If you thought the list could not get weirder, meet the naked mole rat. An animal that breaks basically every rule of mammalian biology and might just hold the key to curing cancer. Naked mole rats live in colonies of up to 300 individuals, ruled by a single breeding queen, just like bees or ants. They are the only mammals on Earth that operate with this kind of social structure. Workers dig tunnels, soldiers defend the colony, and only the queen reproduces. But here is where it gets insane. They are virtually immune to cancer. They barely age and can live over 30 years, which is absurd for a rodent their size. They can survive 18 minutes with zero oxygen by switching their metabolism to burn fructose like a plant, and they are completely resistant to pain from acid. Scientists around the world are studying these animals, hoping to unlock the secrets of their cancer resistance and their ability to defy aging. The naked mole rat might be ugly, but it could end up saving millions of human lives. 5 animals that prove nature does not care about your expectations. From a pig whose tusks grow into its own skull to a rodent that might cure cancer, the natural world is far stranger than anything we could invent. If this blew your mind, smash that subscribe button and check out our video on the most dangerous places on Earth. You do not want to miss it.